Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay is, you guessed it, he's back. Excuse me, Randy Replay is back at it again. I'll be back at it again. Horrible impersonation, or impersonation, however you want to say it. I know, but it's okay. The team is 1-0. How can you complain about that? Going up against Jacksonville, I know it's preseason, I know it's meaningless, but it's good to get in the win column. Kevin O'Connell winning his first preseason game since being called on being brought on as Minnesota's head coach is what I'm trying to say. Randy's a little rusty here in the preseason. We saw that throughout the Jags game. The defense, a little rusty there. Up until the fourth quarter, not allowing a touchdown until said fourth quarter. And it was pretty good to see, albeit against 2s and 3s. But, I mean, it is what it is. We held the starters out of the end zone as well, so there's that. It does get a little bit tougher. We travel to Miami, and of course they have the speedy Tyreek Hill. Just to look at some of the overalls, we're not there yet. We do have a rookie at quarterback. Bunch of rookies were playing on the offensive line last week. Yeah, sacks, we got 5, good for 5th in the NFL. We already got 6 takeaways here in the young preseason. In one game, puts us number 3 in the NFL. So I think the defense, despite missing a few key pieces like Xavier Rhodes, I think they handled it pretty nicely. We will be put into a weird predicament, at least until the starters exit, with Tyreek Hill's speed. Of course, as you can see, top threat of 98 overall rated by the NFL. The fastest player to ever live in the NFL, I do believe. They call him Cheetah for a reason, but that's not why we're here. In talks with Kevin O'Connell, as I usually do, he stated that while Anthony Richardson is our franchise quarterback, he's day 1 starter, week 1 regular season against Chicago, he stated he's still a rookie, and we have to know what we have. So I'm being told that Anthony Richardson will be given the whole second half of this game and then the first 3 quarters of the Broncos game. So that will throw Geno Smith in at the starting position, and then for the first quarter, Taysom Hill will take quarter number 2, and then Anthony Richardson will take quarters 3 and 4, and then he will start against the starters in Denver. When asked why would you play your starting quarterback against 2s and 3s, he's trying to ease him into this NFL. It's a different speed than in college. He looked good last week. Didn't throw a touchdown, didn't throw a pick. He had over 60% completed passes. I do believe it was 62. But yeah, he's still got to get eased into this thing. You can't just throw him into the fire and expect greatness to come out of it. So he's going to put him against the 2s and 3s today, and then he gets the starters on the preseason game where pretty much all the starters will be in until the third quarter anyway. That's the closest thing to a live action game in the NFL, so that does make sense. As we normally do, we're going to take a look at the injury reports for both teams, starting with Minnesota. Must be nice to be us, no injuries. Going over to the Dolphins, should have went the other way here. That's okay. Must be nice to be them, no injuries to speak of as well. Other big question marks here for this team. The offensive line, the rookie, 6'8". I do believe his name is Freeland. Allowed 2 sacks last game. He will get a good start. A good portion of today's game. He will not get the start. I apologize. He'll get a good portion. And then, so we do have news to report. Randy Replay is not the smartest individual. We all know this. So in the case of rookie Jacqueline Waugh, that is not his name at all. His name is Jaquelin Roy. Jaquelin Roy. So Randy has been calling him Jacqueline Waugh for the whole first game, and his name is Jaquelin Roy. So I do apologize, Mr. Roy. Please forgive me. Again, I am not a English major. I am a mere radio show and simulcast host for your Minnesota Vikings. So I do apologize. Jaquelin Roy will be the call going forward, and he will get a hefty dosage tonight. And then I do believe he gets the start in Denver. Official depth charts will be released on Wednesday prior to the Broncos game, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Kickoff right around the corner. This has been Randy Replay. It's time for Vikings football. Well, hello and welcome. I hope you're staying dry where you are, because where we are, it is damp and humid. That's right. Minnesota will be rocking their 2010 throwbacks. Randy Replay's second favorite of Vikings jersey iteration. The players have just come in from outside from practicing to shoot these, so the jerseys are a little damp. So in the rain, anything can really happen here. Expect to see some players slipping around as Minnesota's introduced moments ago. Expect to see some balls drop today, hopefully more on the side of the Miami Dolphins than your Minnesota Vikings. As look at the presentation for the Dolphins. Players coming out on the field and intros, my goodness. So Tyreek Hill, containing him is number one. They're completing it to their receivers 75% of the time. 9 yards per attempt. Tyreek Hill, a big part of that offense. And we're just doing it 56%, 7.9, so not as good as they are, but our rush attempts average is 4, so look for that to come into effect in this one. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We draw the rainy game. Minnesota hasn't really played in too many weather games. We had the rainy one last season, I do believe. And here we are in Miami yet again. Second straight season with a Miami game. Minnesota won the toss, has elected to defer. Boom, Joey Slice kick in the air to Hard Rock Stadium. And it is a touchback, something we're used to seeing here in Vikings country. Tua Tagovailoa will now take the field. And here's some of his measurables. Kind of tells me he's getting his first start here today, as there's no stats to report on Tua. So he covers his ears because it is a little bit loud here, and he's got the play from the coach. And so here we go with all of that. Minnesota Vikings fan line is live and on the air here. Feel free to chime in whenever you feel. And Tua throws incomplete, maybe slipped out of his hands, and his first throw of the game. We talked about it pregame. You will see some things. Jaquelin Roy, sorry. It's some action here. Second down carry rather, tackled by Eric Kendricks. Kareem Hunt there on the carry. Minnesota switching a few things around defensively. Go out as a wide receiver is the running back. Tua standing in the single back shotgun. Gets the snap, big throw down the field. Harrison Smith will chase it down, but it will not go. Incomplete, intended for Tyreek Hill. And Harrison Smith, his closing speed right there, he kind of stuck with Tyreek. For the most part, they both got to the ball at the same time. And it's good to see out of the aging safety, still some good play here. He's still got some left in the tank. Here's the punt. Going to be corralled by Wongwu. Wongwu trying to get the edge. He gets the edge. He cuts in up to the 43. That is where the Minnesota Vikings offense will take over. And, okay, Anthony Richardson's coming out first. So maybe the coach playing a little whoopsie-daisy? I don't know. Either way, Anthony Richardson will get the start. Kevin O'Connell's probably trying to throw off the the Dolphins here. Either way, it is Richardson to get the start. He stands in the shotgun first down. Gets the snap. Short throw, catch. Calling Johnson off to the right. They're going to go no huddle. Going with some tempo here is Minnesota. Good to see. Richardson will call an audible at the line of scrimmage. Talking to the offensive line. Gets the snap. He pump fakes once. Throws middle for Thielen, who drops it. And that is what this rain will do. Here's your draft class. Eli Ricks, Jaquelin Roy. And Anthony Richardson, part of that draft class and the first round picks. Richardson under center, gets the snap, throws left, caught Thielen, not able to shed the tackle. And that will be 4th down for Minnesota. So, a couple passive plays. Hello, Land, how are you? Welcome in. Couple passive plays there. And Minnesota will be forced to punt. As nice wander. Banks it off his foot. This will be a rare touchback for Hunter. Fresh blood in the quarterback room. And he will go again, play action. And Richardson will get it. He was hit out of bounds. There is a fumble, but it was out of bounds. He will get the first down himself, so Richardson, nobody open, so he's showing off that speed that he's got. Rated number 91 rather, by the NFL. Here's a handoff to Cook. His first of the game will go for about 6. They're going to give him 5. Say it was because of the bad soda that's here at the stadium. And another touchdown to Tyreek Hill as he does a backflip. So another almost sack. Minnesota brought the pressure. Tyreek got behind the defense. And there it is. They're just ranging, giving him room. Interesting. So, the point after to make it 7-0. Kick is away. It is good. So 3rd and 5. Here we go. Snap, gets the ball, and he will be brought down by Von Miller. His first sack in purple. So Von Miller coming up big here on 3rd down. That'll force a field goal attempt to make it 10-0. Eli Ricks, who had a block in his first NFL game last week, lines up wide right. Kick is away. It is good. 10-0 Miami. 2nd and 15. Weird snap corralled. And he's got JJ right side. Caught inside the 10 down to, just outside the 10 down to the 11. So JJ gets involved, his first catch of this game, and Richardson on the run, throwing a strike. And live, it looked like he got across. Did not. And here we go. Minnesota threatening in the Monster Air red zone now. A bunch formation to the left. The turn, the give to Cook. Cook will be upended again right away. They'll go no huddle. So here we go. Minnesota now under center again. It is a play action, short throw, caught Tyler Johnson, and a couple yards there. So now Minnesota goes back to the proverbial drawing board, and we'll see what we can do here. Tyler Johnson moved to all the way to the right as a wide receiver. He's yelling out. Offensive line. Gets the snap. Throw. Caught. JJ. Touchdown. We get a gritty in Miami. Anthony Richardson has just thrown his first touchdown in the NFL, and it goes to JJ. He gets a gritty here in the rain. So what happened on this play? We're going to take a look at it. Adam Thielen, we did another one of these pick plays that we've been talking about. Adam Thielen went outside. JJ went over top on a slant. He beat his man. Anthony Richardson saw it beautifully, and he's kind of actually tackled into the end zone. And then he sets up and does the gritty, the defense watching. Whew. So some inside Falcons coaches were very unhappy from the starters. Made them play the whole preseason game. They said nobody's job is safe. You won't play no matter how big your name is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Minnesota was quite the opposite today. He said Anthony Richardson as the point after is good. We get a little bit of that dynamic drone camera angle there, so that's pretty cool. I hope that returns this season. NFL trying out some new things, obviously, for the preseason. Sorry, Kevin O'Connell stated, yes, Anthony Richardson is the QB of the future. He's the franchise day one starter week 1 against Chicago. But he is a rookie as well. We got to know what we have in this kid, so he's going to give him the whole first half of this one against the starters, and so far, he's hanging in there. Some of the completions were not his fault. The defense, another story, as Tyreek has gone for 129 and a touchdown. So last drive for Anthony Richardson, 7 for 7, 63 yards, ending it on that touchdown to JJ. So that rivals the 12 and 12 that we saw from Cousins, almost. So, wowzers. Richardson will start in the play action as he has done a couple times, gives it out to Cook. Cook will do a little stutter step, get around a defender, and a lot of running just for 7 yards there. But these little quick outs seem to be how Minnesota is shaping their offense. These little quick out passes for Richardson. No real big shot yet, as Dalvin will get another carry. I do believe he had it. No, they're going to call him down prior to the line to gain. So Dalvin, not really having a good day so far. We'll see if that changes. Richardson gets the snap, throws it immediately, caught JJ again. You can't play JJ that, give him that amount of space with that short of line to gain. But then if you press him 9 times out of 10, he's going to get behind you. So what do? How do you defend that? Either way, it is a catch. On these quick outs for Anthony Richardson seem to be working. Cook gets the carry here. He gets around the defender. And Colin Johnson, I do believe, is down to a knee. Tyler Johnson to his right gets the snap. He'll leave the safety of the pocket. He's going to get it on his own. He slides down and gets hit in the head. No flag. And he doesn't care. He'll take it. So the 6'4", 235 quarterback getting it done with his legs. He did have a... Oh, my God. We're going to watch this one more time. I do believe this was contact to the helmet. As he's sliding. Oh, the knee right to the face. Now, where is the flag? Quadriceps strain. He will not be available to return. Sam Laporta will be your starter going out. Now, the NFL needs to do something about this. Now, he did have an open receiver to the right, Sam Laporta, and then Tyler Johnson was wide open at the line of gain. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to get it on his own. Very dangerous. The knee to the face. Oh my heavens, who is this? That's Baker. Oh my God. It looks like double knees to the face of Anthony Richardson. Look at that. It's making contact with his f***ing neck. The NFL needs to... Oh my goodness. He did bounce up. Unaffected. First down, but my goodness. Are you kidding me with this play? It doesn't look inadvertent. They're leading with their knees. Look at this. He's going down to slide. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my goodness. So that is something to watch out for. O'Connell keeping the offense out there. He calls Joey slide back. And here we go. So Minnesota being aggressive here. 4th down and 2 in the preseason. Gets the snap. Short throw. Caught. Thielen go down. His catch in traffic is immaculate. And there you have it. These short throws across the middle and to the side. These quick outs, they are working for this team. And they support Anthony Richardson's playing style. We're just waiting to see that deep shot. Richardson will send JJ man in motion. He does gain the edge. He gets a good block from Adam Thielen, who slips because of the rain, so he had to cut it back inside. He'll get 4. So there you have it. You see Anthony Richardson does not have a coach wristband on. He does not call the plays. It is all called by Kevin O'Connell. Gets the snap, does Richardson. He sees an open man, comes back for the ball, does Thielen, gets the first down. I don't know if that was intended for Thielen or JJ, but still. Let's go back really quick before the snap happens. We literally have a couple seconds. Look at this. Hangs onto the ball forever. Just throws it by way of JJ, and Adam Thielen kind of just comes up, gets the ball there. So you love to see it. Richardson. Another play action. And he's going to cut in, get this thing. He gets the first down. He stays on his feet. And Christian Wilkins, who tackled Anthony Richardson, holding that right ankle. Maybe he got caught up in Richardson's legs. Oh boy, you hate to see it. They did get tangled down there, and now he's favoring that right ankle as he walks to the back. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but Anthony Richardson getting it done on his legs, something we're not used to seeing here in Minnesota. And here we go. 1st and 10 from the 11. Is a give to Cook. Cook forcing, trying to get down. He gets down to the 1. They're going to go no huddle. So down to the 1, they go no huddle. Richardson moving the players around, calling an audible. Richardson will get the snap. Throws, caught it. Oh my goodness, Sam Laporta in traffic. Very, very ill-advised throw, but when you got the throwing speed that this guy has, that being Richardson, you can look at that rifle. I mean, JJ was open, but my goodness, in between 3 defenders, he gets the rifle in there and he just, wow. So rated 94 out of 99 or 100 by the NFL, and he shows all of it there. They have reviewed it. They confirmed he did have possession. Joey Sly's kick is, looked bad, but it's good. 14-10 lead Minnesota. A nice wander into punt once again. Just up 4 here in the preseason. I know it doesn't matter. You got Vikings falling all over the place here tonight. And there's a fumble, but Minnesota will recover. It's Jacobs, the rookie, 6'4" middle linebacker. And oh my heavens, Jacobs with the fumble recovery. And he may have been down. Who's number 50? Oh, no, he was in the air. So number 50, we're going to go back real quick before they snap the ball. I need to figure out who number 50 is. I feel so bad, I don't even know. So Tanner Muse, a linebacker that is highly coveted here by Randy Replay, thinks he's going to make the team here. And then literally taken by the other rookie middle linebacker, Jacobs. Holds the ball up right next to Tyreek Hill, who gets upset. And he's running towards, before the replay cuts off, he's running towards the bench. Hopefully nothing too bad happens. So Minnesota gets the ball right back in a good situation. Oh my heavens. So here we go. Richardson from the lone setback gets the snap, throws, caught Dalvin, and another pick play. We've seen it so many times. This time they use JJ and they throw it to Cook. So Dalvin getting involved in the passing game here. He's got 3 catches tonight. So my goodness, Anthony Richardson in the shotgun here. He's going to turn. He's going to give it to Cook. Cook will, again, not really get much. There is the 2-minute warning. And oh boy, 2nd and 8 now for this Minnesota Vikings offense. So with this, what do you do? Do you stick with a run-first team, or do you just fully transition into a pass-first offense with this guy behind center? So he will get the snap. He'll throw. Incomplete. Intended for Justin Jefferson, apparently. And now, here we go. Minnesota. Richardson directing traffic, getting the snap. It is a throw. It is a tipped ball. That'll bring up 4th and 8, intended for not Adam Thielen, but Justin Jefferson. This to make it a 17-10 game. Here against the wind, Joey Sly missed a couple. Ooh, this one just sneaks in. He missed a couple last week. So Joey showing some inconsistency here with the wind. But he kicks this one, and the Vikings lead 17-10. Minnesota plays press. Tua shotgun. Kareem to his left. Throw. Caught Tyreek. Burned Dantzler for the second time. And he gets in. So Tyreek Hill burned Dantzler again. And they're about ready to tie it up here, or at least go for the tie. As the raincoats are out here in Miami. So Cameron Dantzler not being able to keep up with Tyreek Hill on 2 plays at least. And field goal's good. Tie game 17-17. And you really can't blame him. He is as fast as a speeding bullet. He can leap buildings in a single bound. He is a true-to-life Superman. I mean, the guy is a freak. That's why his name is Tyreek. So Wangwu will cut it to the right side, get brought down at the 15, and that is where Minnesota will take over. Going back to Tyreek Hill, it doesn't matter who you got on him. His route running ability and his speed paired with everything else he can do is just literally insane. So here comes Anthony Richardson out of the shotgun, gets the snap, short throw across the middle. That is Thielen. He will get up to about the 23. He's a gain of 8. And Minnesota will take a timeout. So just taking what the defense gives them at any given time. So here we go. Richardson will send Cook to his right. Gets the snap. Throws, and it is picked off. Oh, just overthrew not Adam Thielen, but Justin Jefferson. And, oh boy. So he just let him to the inside too much. He is a rookie. That is his first pick in the NFL, coming here in the second quarter of his second game. And Minnesota double doink. Everybody's in the air on that one. And the ball is pretty slippery out there today. That's crazy. So Tua gets the snap. And Von Miller will take him down from behind. And will we see the Miller shuffle? Yes, we do. Von Miller, second sack of the night. And the Miller shuffle in full swing here this evening. So they will take a timeout. They'll try and kick their way to a 20-17 lead going into the half. As the rain continues to fall from Hard Rock Stadium, here is the field goal attempt. Snap, spot, kick is away, just barely makes it over. It is good, my heavens. Ooh, I mean, you just talk about barely making it. That was just a barely make. There is 1 second left on the clock, so Minnesota will have an opportunity. Wangwu lets this thing bounce into the end zone, and 1 second to play here. How are we going to do this? They will run a play. Minnesota has something drawn up. Richardson leaves and just throws it away. Nobody open down the field, so that will bring us to the half. You love to see it, trying to get the kids some reps here in the NFL. I'm fully on board with that. Just the 1 turnover here in the first half. Your score at the end of the first half, 20-17 in favor of the Dolphinos. Rattler gives, jumps, touchdown, Miami. And that would be Tariq Cohen. Oh boy. So 26-17 now. And here's the kick. It is away. It is good. 27-17. Miami's got 10-point lead off the fumble. Bunch formation to his right. We'll get the snap. It is another play action. He's got a man deep down the field. It's Tristan Jackson. Touchdown, Minnesota. So Tristan Jackson with his first touchdown in purple comes here. What a great throw by Gino. Back shoulder, a little bit off, but enough to not affect the route. Didn't have to change it, and touchdown Minnesota. You're not going to hear it, so I'll do it. Rue. So 3 touchdowns against 1 interception thrown by all of Minnesota's quarterbacks so far today, and Joey Slye misses the extra point. Rattler under center, gets the snap. Jacobs coming on the blitz. He will get there and be finished off by Josh Metellus. So the rookie 6'4" linebacker coming up the middle, getting his first sack, albeit if it is a half of one. So Jackson getting involved here. You love to see it. Big body in the middle. Chaz Surratt will check into the game here, and Spencer Rattler out of the shotgun. Cohen to his left. Throws left, and it is tipped by Joey Porter Jr. Rookie. So Jaqueline Roy, sorry. I formation for Rattler. Rattler flush, throws middle, wide open, caught. My heavens, in a man coverage. How is Zucano? Oh my goodness, how is he that open? So in a man coverage, man, guys lined up across each and every guy. Oh man, that's crazy. Anyway, this to make it a 34-23 game. The kick is away, it is good. And the 7-play, 80-yard drive ends in a touchdown. So here we go. After the linebacker, the rookie, Jackson gets his first pick in the NFL. Joey Porter Jr. gets a tip, and then they throw to a wide open tight end, and they get the touchdown. So Geno Smith comes back out. He's going to try it again here. See what he can do. Under center. It's another play action. Thinks he's got a man in Propel. He does. Propel down the field. Sheds a tackle. Propel all the way down to the 40. Oh my goodness. So Ricky Propel's son getting some action here in the preseason. Shedding tacklers. Now, I hope that's not just because of the rain. I hope he is that good. And the offensive coordinator and Kevin O'Connell going over the sheet. I guarantee you Kevin O'Connell said, who was that? Geno Smith, shotgun, gets the snap. It is a throw. He's got a wide open Ty Chandler. They're going to go no huddle. Going with a similar look. Geno gets a quick throw off. It's Ricky Propel. Touchdown Minnesota. They answer right back. Not Ricky. Blake, sorry. His father was really, really good. And he gets a touchdown here. Wow. So maybe channeling his inner father, like Gohan did in Dragon Ball Z. And the coach is going to keep the offense out there going for 2 here. See what they want to do. Geno. High throw intended for Irwin, incomplete. And just never had an opportunity at that one. He had a step on the defender. Geno overthrew it. Kevin O'Connell just throwing his head back, but no gain. 3rd and 10. Here we go, Minnesota. They're going to play press coverage across the board. Rattler split backs behind him. Gets the snap. Flushed, and down goes Rattler. Jalen Twyman with the sack. Nelly. And he got there super fast. The pressure kind of threw him right into Twyman, but maybe some hands to the face there. They're going to let him play, though. 2nd and 4 from the 5. It is possible to get a first if you get down to the 1. Rattler throws middle. Intercepted. Joey Porter Jr. And he cannot juke out Spencer Rattler, which is interesting, but Joey Porter Jr. gets his first pick in the NFL. And it's on Spencer Rattler. Hey, what's going on, V? Oh, So that'll bring in Taysom Hill here in the fourth. Throws and, oh my God, is picked. Immediately intercepted. That will go for 6. Oh boy. So Sean Elliott will get a pick 6 here. That will put this thing just out of reach. And, oh boy. So the point after, it is away, it is good. The right side of the formation. It's the snap. It is a short throw, caught, and Nick Muse. Not to be confused with defender Tanner Muse. I do believe there is no relation. He will get the first down. So a couple big third down conversions for Taysom Hill and this Minnesota Vikings offense. Still got a lot of work to do as Ty Chandler will take it up. Gets about 4 yards there. They'll go no huddle again. Good tempo here for Minnesota. No wasted movements. It is a shotgun throw to the left. And Chandler nowhere to go. 3rd and 11 again. So 3rd and long. And they want their fan base to get up. That's what they're going to do here. And Isaiah Hodgins is out there now, going wide right as a wide receiver. And Taysom will get the snap. Throws it across the middle for Hodgins, and he just shy of the line to gain. They're going to leave the offense out there. It's preseason. Why the hell not? Figure out what you have, and it is now 4th and 1, rather. Sorry. So 4th and 1, Taysom Hill. I formation. CJ Ham behind Hill. Chandler behind Ham. Ham will get it, get uprooted, and that's a turnover on downs. So it is a end around, and Perry will sneak in for his 3rd overall touchdown here this evening. So I do believe he's got 2 through the air and now 1 on the ground as this game is now officially out of reach. Good. Well, he scouted. See, Minnesota had the personnel, they just didn't get there in time, and Perry with the score. So just to make it 48-29. Kick is away. It is good. See if we can cause a loss of yards here for the I formation. Dokes in the back of this I formation here. And they are going to take a delay of game penalty. Might as well.
Delay of game. Offense.
Yeah, it does stop the clock though. So Spencer Rattler acting like he knew what was, or didn't know what was going on. And so that effectively stops the clock. Count it down with me, ladies and gentlemen. After the snap. 5, 4, 3. And they're going to make us call a play. 2-1-0. And L for the Minnesota Vikings, their first loss of the preseason in year number 2 here. And oh my goodness. 29-48 is your final. We'll go over everything Minnesota Vikings football in terms of this game. All 3 quarterbacks threw interceptions. The rookie starter only threw 1 though. We'll get into everything that was Minnesota Vikings football and momentarily. It is the preseason. It will all be washed away in the end, but let's get into these player stats. For your Minnesota Vikings, Geno Smith leaves the game on a team-high 107.3 QB rating. He was 12 for 19. 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. So, very, very good there. Anthony Richardson, the starter, 87.6. He was 22 of 32. 157, 2 touchdowns, and an interception as well. So, kind of almost rivaling or matching Geno Smith. Taysom Hill, I almost said Tyreek Hill. He's not on our team. 12 for 22, 93 yards, and 2 picks. So the now quarterback out of BYU was a tight end when he came in here. He can play quarterback. He has shown it. So, yeah, not good here today. Dalvin Cook, 14 carries, 44 yards. Ty Chandler had only 10 carries, 36 yards. Playing from behind, you kind of had to abandon the running game there. Anthony Richardson, 4 carries, 27 yards out of the QB spot. CJ Ham, one carry, no yards. Trenton Irwin, 1 carry, 2 yards. JJ, 1 for 6. Receiving Blake Oh, I've been calling him Propel the whole time. It is Pro L. I do apologize. 9 catches, 133 and a touchdown. So he was getting loose here today. Longest reception of 42 yards, longest of anybody by the Minnesota Vikings by far. Adam Thielen had only 6 for 36. Tristan Jackson had that big reception there for a touchdown. Otherwise, he had 5 for 62. Colin Johnson, 5 for 38. He did leave the field of play today, so we'll see if that injury is going to stick. I do believe he will be out multiple weeks. Shouldn't be too bad, though. JJ, 5 for 56 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, the rookie tight end, who will now be thrust into the starting position next week. 4 catches, 26 yards, and a touchdown. Trenton Irwin, 3 for 19. Ty Chandler, 3 for 18. Dalvin Cook, 3 for 18. Isaiah Hodgins, 1 for 10. Nick Muse, 1 for 12. And Tyler Johnson, 1 for 2. Also had 2 drop balls. The story of the drop balls. 6 dropped passes today. Ty Chandler had one on an important open, what would be a 4th down conversion. Tyler Johnson had a few. Tristan and Jordan Hicks apparently had one as well. Interesting. Nobody cares about blocking. Sam Laporta gave up a pancake. Or performed one, so that's good. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles. Hold on. Give me a minute. I don't think there was a sack recorded by the Dolphins here today. Yeah, no sacks given up by the Minnesota Vikings offensive line, who, for the majority of the game, had 2nd and 3rd stringers out there, so that's good. Joey Porter Jr. led the team with 8, being shared with Lewis Seen for tackles. Eli Ricks, the rookie, had 7. Dantzler, Metellus, and Hicks had 6. Hey, that rhymed. Bynum, Surratt, and Booth. Von Miller, Eric Kendricks had 5. Excuse me, tackles for loss. We had a bunch. 2 by Jalen Twyman, 2 by Von Miller. And then 1 picked up by Janoris Robinson, Brian Osmoa, Justin Jacobs, who Randy is really, really high on coming into the season, a 6'4" middle linebacker. Also has pretty good speed for his size. That is why Minnesota took him. Turned out to be a good decision. He recorded 2 tackles and a half a sack here today, so a pretty good stat line. Harrison Phillips, Andrew Booth Jr., Josh Metellus, and Lewis Seen, each with 1 sack. So we got back there 3 times. 2 of them solely belonging to Von Miller, the savvy veteran on this defense. Jalen Twyman had 1, and then Justin Jacobs and Josh Metellus split 1. Interceptions, we only got 1 today. Very uncharacteristic of Minnesota in this franchise. So 1 pick for Joey Porter Jr. here today. Went back 24 yards. Pass deflections, we had a bunch. 2 by Joey Porter, 2 by Lewis Seen, 1 by Dantzler, 1 by Murphy Bunting. Forced fumbles, we had 2. Tanner Muse, who has amazing speed, rated 90 overall, or 90 out of 100 by the NFL. Left outside linebacker. Not a given to make the team, but he's definitely making a case, forcing a fumble here today. Josh Metellus did as well. We apparently didn't recover any, but I could have swore we recovered 1 of these. I'm pretty sure we did. No block kicks, no safeties, and no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings in this one. Kicking, Joey Sly, 1 for 1, longest of 29. He was 2 for 3 on extra points, so a couple misses coming through for Joey Sly here in the past couple weeks. It was pretty automatic last season. So the wind being a part of that. He's got to take that into account before he makes his kicks. I don't think it's an issue, but we would like to have some of these points back in some of the closer games. Obviously, this one was a blowout, but there you go. Punting, Nice Wander had 5 for 248, netting 196, one of them inside the 20, and 2 touchbacks. So I don't think Hunter Nice Wander, while he's been wearing purple, has had multiple touchbacks in a game. Today he had 2. Again, the wind playing a factor, so that'll be interesting to see going forward. Kick returns, Joey Porter had 4 for 91, longest of 27. Wongwu had 3 for 64, longest of 26. And then punt returns. Did I say punt? I meant kick. Kick returns, and then punt returns. Wongwu had 2 for 16, and Porter had 2 for 13. That is going to do it for the broadcast from Miami. Really, really good things. Blake Prohl playing like his father, Ricky. 9 catches, 133 and a touchdown. Getting open. He would have had more, but Taysom Hill kind of overthrew him a couple times. I mean, it is a weather game. You got the slippery football out there. Tons of drops on both sides, and this could have been a whole lot worse for the Minnesota Vikings, but they do take their first loss in the season 2 in the preseason. It will not matter at the end of the day. 48-29. The proceeding was a presentation of the NFL and the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or damn it, I always mess this part up. Let's try that again, shall we? The proceeding was a broadcast of the NFL and the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of this broadcast cannot be used without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. We again thank you for watching. I will get that out eventually the first try. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in just a minute. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. Randy Replay back with you. It is Broncos week. And then of course, we have the preseason bye. Teams will be required to cut down to 53-man rosters. The Minnesota Vikings currently have 60. So by Randy's count, you will have 7 players to either cut or move to the practice squad. As we look at this team's roster, I do believe a lot of these cuts will happen in the wide receiving core, as we have a plethora of wide receivers. Only a couple are practice squad eligible. That being Jalen Naylor and Blake Prowo, sorry. Dan Chisena, Trenton Irwin, Isaiah Hodgins are all non-practice squad eligible in terms of some of these guys down here. KJ Osborne, big contributor last season. And then, of course, Dan Chisena kept over. He is not practice squad eligible this season, so you're going to have to make a decision on him. He's got great speed at 95. Maybe punt return or kick return. But, yeah, Dan Chisena, a speedy wide receiver, might find a spot as the 5th or 6th guy, depending on how many guys they want to roll into the season with. And then at quarterback, you have this quarterback battle between Taysom Hill or Geno Smith. Obviously, Taysom is the scheme fit, but Geno's playing a little bit better this season. Either way, you're going to be able to free up $1.5 million in cap. Looking at the rest of this roster, you have a couple guys on the offensive line that you might be able to offload and feel good about it. Other than that, the defensive tackle, James Lynch, playing a little bit better in year number 4 so far. But you can free up $1 million there if you decide to let him go. And then the big decisions will be made at the linebacking portion of this roster. Is now Troy Dye is not available for the practice squad. Chaz Surratt is. He spent the whole off season or the whole season last year on the practice squad. But he's getting some playing time here. Tanner Muse, of course, not available. He was on there last season, but can't ignore that speed. He is the fastest linebacker we do have on roster, I do believe, at 90 out of 100. And then Patrick Jones, you could toss to the practice squad as well, with Janoris Robinson. Maybe move some guys over to back up Zadarius and roll in with 2 or 3 outside linebackers. You want to keep all your middles because player substitutions, and that Justin Jacobs, 6'4" rookie out of Iowa, he's only getting better, and you got some age up there with 31 with the starters. So Eric Hendricks is going to be 32. He's in year number 9 of his career. Other than that, corners, it's all rookies basically. The oldest guy in the cornerback room is 26, which is a far cry from what this team had last year with Patrick Peterson. Now, I do believe he's 33. And then, yeah, you really can't really get rid of much here in the safeties. And I think the oldest guy on roster now is Harrison Smith. Yeah, it's Von Miller and Harrison Smith at 34. So, but these guys are still playing at a high level, even in their old age. So Harrison Smith, I do believe, has a couple years left on his contract. You definitely don't want to eat that cap space. Yeah, he's got 3 years left, signed until 2025. He will take a $22 million cap hit in 2025. So there you have it. Yeah. So there are some decisions to be made after this next game, but I'm very confident that Minnesota will make the right decisions at those spots. If you take a look at this preseason standings in the NFC North, the Lions are 2-0, so they improved very, very vastly over the offseason, and they're showing it here in the preseason, 2-0. Bears, Packers, and Vikings, rather, are all 1-1, and we face the 0-2 Denver Broncos in Denver, our third and final away home game, our away preseason game, and then we get the bye. We start the season on the road, and then we come home week 2 against the Aints. So you won't see Anthony Richardson if you're coming out to these games until at least week 2. So we'll see how he looks, as he will get the whole first half again here in the Broncos game. I do believe that just about covers it. Around the rest of the NFL, Philadelphia will travel to Buffalo, and Jacksonville will face Atlanta, losers of 2. They lost to the Vikings week number 1, and then week 2 here in the preseason, they lost again. So Jacksonville and Atlanta going head to head. So, and then of course you got Minnesota and Atlanta doing battle here in week 4, so that is another big marquee matchup to watch. As the owner of the Falcons and some of the correspondents for that team oftenly come into the Minnesota Vikings fan line, as you can see. So that'll be a good matchup, I do believe. Week number 4, you get to see which one of these 2 quarterbacks taken in the top 3 are going to be worth their weight in gold here in the NFL. So far, so good for Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson. No real bad games to speak of. And battle of the 2 top rookie quarterbacks. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Taken 2nd and 4th overall, I do believe. Yes, because Minnesota had number 5. Buffalo had number 3. So there you have it. This has been Minnesota Vikings football. We once again thank you for watching. This has been Randy Replay. I'll see you in the next one.